Overwhelmed by her teenage struggles and her parents' divorce, she finally has one too many fights with her mother and decides to sneak out to a party one night. Minutes later, she's tied up inside the house of a psycho couple, completely cut off from the outside world. They think she's helpless. But what they don't realize is that she's already studying their relationship, and that the cracks between them might be her only way out. Because as it turns out, the real danger in this house isn't even the killers, it's what's growing between them. Unaware of this ticking bomb in their relationship, the killer couple abducts a high school girl on her way home, and we quickly learn that John, the male half of this pair, is a neat freak drowning in debt. Evelyn, his partner, has children from a previous relationship, but lives with John, cut off from her kids because they are not his. John is controlling, and Evelyn has no other choice but to do as he says. The morning after the abduction, John coldly murders the girl and buries her body deep in the woods, disposing of her without a second thought. The detachment in his actions speaks to the kind of person he is. The story then moves to Vicky, a rebellious teenage girl navigating her own struggles. She is a schoolgirl who loves partying and using drugs, often clashing with her mother, Maggie, a strong-willed woman who left Vicky's father. Vicky and her mother are always at Vicky's parents are separated, and she is caught in the middle, resenting her mother for the split. Vicky is always at loggerheads with her mother due to her nature of always partying. Vicky spends her weekends with Maggie, but their relationship is tense. She is also in a quiet, secretive romance with her boyfriend, Jason, communicating through coded letters where the first letter of each word spells out hidden messages, a detail that later plays a key role in the story. One weekend, Vicky asks her mom to let her go to a friend's party, but Maggie says no, concerned about her daughter's behavior. Frustrated and defiant, Vicky locks herself in her room, only to slip out through the window. As she walks alone, a car pulls up slowly beside her. It is John and Evelyn. They prey on her vulnerability, offering her high-quality drugs. At first, Vicky brushes them off, but their easy manner wins her over. She agrees to go with them, not yet aware of what she is walking into. At their house, Evelyn stays outside with Vicky while John goes inside. Evelyn's dog starts barking at Vicky and she calms it down. Evelyn then invites Vicky inside for a drink. Vicky agrees and goes in. The drink has been spiked with a sedative. As the drug takes hold, Vicky feels disoriented, her surroundings starting to blur. John and Evelyn overpower her and chain her to a bed. The next morning, Maggie goes to Vicky's room and finds her bed empty. She realized that Vicky had snuck out over the course of the night. A sense of dread settles over her as she realizes something is wrong. She contacts Vicky's friends, but no one knows where she is. Meanwhile, at John and Evelyn's house, John goes through Vicky's diary, looking at her photos and reading her personal thoughts. Evelyn notices this, and jealousy stirs in her. She is deeply attached to John, but also afraid of him, as he is controlling and she cannot stand up to him. She is both a participant in his actions and someone caught under his influence. When John notices that Vicky has wet the bed out of fear, he reacts with anger. His obsession with cleanliness drives him to lash out, ordering Evelyn to clean up the mess, including the dog's droppings on the floor. Evelyn does as she is told, her fear of John clear. Yet her feelings for him keep her tied to his world. She tends to Vicky, giving her water and taking her to bathe. During this, Vicky notices an open bathroom window, a small sign that a way out might exist. While John is away, a man approaches him and demands repayment of a debt. John puts him off, promising to pay the next day. Back at the house, Evelyn tells Vicky to write a letter saying she has run away from home and will not be coming back. Vicky, thinking quickly, spots an address on some nearby papers and works it into the letter using her and Jason's coding system, hoping he will figure it out and find her. Evelyn reads the letter, does not pick up on the hidden message, and sets it aside. Later, when Evelyn takes Vicky to the bathroom, John returns and takes over. He locks the door, and Evelyn's jealousy takes over as she thinks about what he might be doing. She knocks on the door hard. When John opens it, she moves toward him, wanting to bring his focus back to her. In the middle of this, Vicky moves toward the open bathroom window. The dog barks, and John turns to stop her. Vicky retreats to the bathtub, then picks up a knife from the kitchen and moves toward the door. John reaches her before she can get out, pulls her back, and chains her to the bed again. The situation is tense. A neighbor who heard the noise comes to the door, but Evelyn sends them away. John reprimands her for drawing attention to the house. Later, Evelyn drops Vicky's letter in Maggie's mailbox. Maggie and Vicky's father go to the police station to report her missing and notice posters of other missing girls on the wall. Maggie believes Vicky has been taken, but the police tell her to wait and do not take the matter seriously. When Maggie reads the letter, she does not accept that Vicky left by choice. Vicky's father blames Maggie and leaves in frustration. Back at the house, things take a darker turn. While Evelyn is out, John enters Vicky's room. Vicky soils the bed again in fear, and John's reaction stops him from going further. He changes the sheet before Evelyn returns. When she notices him coming out of Vicky's room and catches him leaving, doubt creeps in. Vicky signals to Evelyn that John had tried to assault her. Evelyn confronts him. John tells her she is the only one he cares about and that he simply changed the sheet because Vicky had soiled it, pointing to the washing machine as proof. Evelyn checks, finds the sheet, and steps back, apologizing for questioning him. Her attachment to him leaves her in a position where she repeatedly returns to believing what he tells her. She allows her love for him to blind her from seeing the truth and stop her from coming out of the heinous crimes he commits. That night, John suggests they both continue to abuse Vicky before he kills her the following day. Evelyn goes along with it. The next morning, John digs a grave in the woods. Vicky is in poor condition. She has barely eaten or slept and can hardly hold herself up. Maggie and Vicky's father bring the coded letter to Jason, who works out the message and finds the address. The coded letter is the type of letter Vicky and Jason use to communicate in their secret relationship. They go to the police, who still refuse to act without proof. The two head to the location on their own. Back at the house, John finds the dog has made another mess and kills it. Evelyn, who is fond of the dog, has some sort of grounding attachment to the dog, and its death shakes her up. John tells her he will bring her children to live with them, using the promise to calm her down. Evelyn tells Vicky to write another letter and take some pills. John begins to strangle Vicky. From outside, Maggie calls her name. Vicky hears her mother's voice. Evelyn gags her to stop her from responding. Then Evelyn pauses. She thinks about another mother being kept from her child, and that thought connects to her own years spent away from her kids. She realizes how much her love for John has taken from her. She realizes how he has been manipulating her, and she realizes how foolish she has been. Something in her shifts. She stabs John, killing him. Vicky gets through the window and out of the house. Maggie sees her and moves toward her. They meet outside. They have a bittersweet reunion, as her mother is glad to have her daughter back and Vicky is glad to be in her mother's arms and out of harm's way. With this ending, you can't help but feel relieved that Vicky survived the nightmare. She made it out alive even when it looked like there was no hope, and it was all because Evelyn made the right choice to end her toxic and twisted relationship with a man that manipulated her over and over. That's it for today's recap, everyone. But before you go, let me ask, do you think the victims of this serial killer couple were too gullible, or were the predators just too clever? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.